Hey, Shalom. We'll get started here in just a few moments. All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Hakodash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's name, who the world eminently called Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahushua. Also giving praises, honor, and glory unto the Yahweh Hakodash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes this edification possible. I want to say Shalom to all you sincere-hearted Akim, Wa'akwat, that's your brothers and sisters. Make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. Also want to give double honors unto our beloved apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us truth and who rule well. I'm the brother Osmawath here at the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back this morning through the spirit, power, and grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah. All right, to go into the book of Psalms, 89th chapter. All right, and as you can see, we're going to go through verses 19 through 27. As we're continuing this chapter, and this lesson is entitled, "In my name shall his horn be exalted." All right, in my name shall his horn be exalted, which comes out of a particular verse, right? In these verses that we're going to go through this morning, and Lord willing, this will be edifying, and exhorting, and comforting unto the sincere sheep, which is the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah. Hey, and Shalom to you, Akim and Akwaf, tuning in this morning. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah Barakatham. Wabarakar to Wab. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get back into it. And as we've been going through it, right, this is a psalm of Ethan. All right, Ethan, he was a prophet as well as a temple musician, and he's going into the Lord's covenant and promise that he made with our forefather King David. All right, which is an everlasting covenant pursuant to 2 Samuel 7 and 1 Chronicles 17, as it was reiterated. All right, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and get back into it. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 89, and we'll pick up where we left off this past Friday at verse 18, and we'll read on down. Psalms 89 and 18, it says, "For the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our king." That's right, and he's the defense, right, only for the house of David, all right, to keep this promise and covenant, all right, in effect. The Lord's not going to be a defense unto the house of Saul, all right, or to anybody else that's joined into, any other house. He's only going to be a defense unto the household of David, all right, and that's what the Lord himself said here in the book of Isaiah, the 37th chapter, all right, during the time of the rule of King Hezekiah, which King Hezekiah, he came out of the loins and lineage of King David, all right, and this during the time when the Assyrians came, all right, to try to wage war against us and lay siege against, all right, Jerusalem. Well, this is what the Lord said. It's Isaiah chapter 37 and verse 35. He says, "For I will defend this city to save it for my own sake and for my servant David's sake." You see? And what city is he speaking about? Jerusalem, man. All right. And he did it. All right. He did it for his servant David's sake. All right. And that goes to show you, all right, that this covenant that the Lord made with David, man. All right, that the Lord honors it, but the Lord is not a man that he should lie. All right, so once again, how come these Christians, right, and a lot of these other Israelites are not speaking about, all right, this covenant, this promise, man? Because this is what's about to be fulfilled in the planet Earth, as people, as the elites, right, the upper echelon of this world, right, they have their eyes set up on a great to the R set, all right, into the W to the O. All right, that's not going to be fulfilled, man. The Lord is going to cast that down. What will be fulfilled, all right, will be the throne of David being erected and lasting forever here upon the earth. That's going to be the true end to the W to the O, all right, which really is refreshed. It's not new because it's been in the earth before, all right, but the Lord is going to bring it to pass in its completion, all right, through his son Solomon. Yahweh Shai is Solomon, but through his son Yahweh Shai, all right, to sit upon the throne of David, man. and David right underneath him. So this is Psalms 89 and verse 19. He says, then thou spakest in vision to thy Holy One, and saidest, I have laid help upon one that is mighty. I have exalted one chosen out of the people. See? And I believe the brother actually got the scripture. Yeah, the water, brother Tazadak Ban Yahweh, the 144K put up 2 Samuel the 7th chapter, which we'll go ahead and get it. All right. As the Lord came into vision, so like as the Lord came into unto the prophet Nathaniel or Nathan, so like the prophet Nathan in a vision, all right, concerning this matter, which we read this before last week, when we were first going into Psalms 89, but we'll read it again. All right, this is something that we should have impressed upon our minds and our spirits, man. All right, getting ourselves prepared, all right, for this coming to pass. All right, because Lord willing, we're a part of this household. Lord willing. So this is 2 Samuel chapter 7, and I'm just gonna get to the point. I'll just read verse 12 through 14 again. All right, it says, and when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this is Nathan speaking into David. All right, as the Lord came unto Nathan in his vision, it says, and when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. Now, who came directly, all right, from King David? Solomon. All right, but let's continue to read. He shall build a house for my name, and that's what Solomon did, all right, as he received the blueprint, all right, from his father King David. All right, you can read about that blueprint, all right, the mentions and everything in 1 Chronicles 28 and 29. All right, it says, and I will be his father. Salakia, verse 13. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. See, but Solomon didn't establish that throne forever. The kingdom wasn't established forever. It was only for 40 years underneath King Solomon. All right, so who is he speaking about? Yahweh Shai. Verse 14, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. That's right, man. And that's what happened to Yahweh Shai. All right, he was chastened, all right, with the rod of men and with the stripes of men, all right, due to his rebellion, right, when he was King Solomon. Because we understand and know that when Yahweh Shai came in the flesh 2,000 years ago, he didn't commit any iniquity. He didn't commit any sin. All right, so this goes to show you that, all right, this is concerning Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai is going to be the one that's going to fulfill, all right, this covenant promise that the Heavenly Father made between himself and King David, man. All right, so let's go back here to the book of Psalms 89. So, like, give me 1 second. This wind keeps blowing out my incense. All right, so let's go back. So this is Psalms 89 and verse, we'll read verse 19 again. It says, then thou spakest in vision to thy Holy One, and saidest, I have laid help upon one that is mighty. I have exalted one chosen out of the people. Now we know, right, that the chosen one is ultimately Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the anointed. He's the son of the Most High. All right, but underneath Yahweh Shai is King David directly, man. All right, and King David will be resurrected. All right, brought back to his God-given position, if you will. Now let's continue to read verse 20. I have found David. See, I have found David, my servant. With my holy oil have I anointed him. All right, and when did he anoint him with his holy oil? Let's grab this here in the book of 1 Samuel, the 6th chapter. So like in the 16th chapter. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16. I'm going to actually start at verse 7. Now when you read this chapter, this is when the Lord sent Samuel, all right, to anoint one of Jesse's sons. And Jesse, he had how many sons did he have? I want to say it was like let's see, I believe it says it, I believe it was like eight sons. Let's see here, I can't remember exactly how many sons he had, All right, but out of all the sons that Jesse had, all right, well, the Lord was only dealing with David out of all of them. All right, and this is during the time when the Lord took the spirit off of King Saul because of his transgression and rebellion, all right, against the Lord. You know, King Saul was fearing the people more than the Lord. All right, and King Saul was just doing whatever he wanted to do. All right, so this is when the Lord, you know, was appointing Samuel to go and seek out a son of Jesse, all right, to anoint him to be the king over Israel. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse, let's start right here at verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. And Eliab is one of, you know, Jesse's sons. So when they saw him, they're like, surely this is the man. All right, you know, because he was tall, you know, he probably had a big stature, you know, big beard, you know, had a deep voice. You know, he was a Judite, of course, you know, so he probably had a voice of many waters, you know, very well spoken. All right, but let's see what the Lord said. Verse 7. But the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, nor on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord Yahweh seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord Yahweh looketh on the heart. That's right, man. You see, and this is why Scripture says in the book of 1 Corinthians, the first chapter. All right, for the Lord chooses the despised things of this world. He chooses the lowly and the weak things of this world to confound the wise and the mighty, man. All right, while I was watching the Beloved Brothers video out there in Detroit, the brother Malak out there in Detroit. Beautiful spirit, man. I had the pleasure to meet him, I believe, twice. He came down here to Dallas a few months ago, and but anyway, yeah, he did this video last night concerning Antoine Daniels, his punk ass, effeminate ass. But anyway, right, he came to the camp, you know, visited the brothers, talking shit, you know, saying y'all broke, you know, y'all dusties, man. Hey, well, that's cool, man. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. The Lord deals with the poor, the contrite, the broken, the despised, the weak things of this world, man. You see? And that's what we're going into right here in this verse, man. 1 Samuel 16 and 7. The Lord don't look, right, as man look and as man sees, man. You know, the Lord takes pleasure in dealing with the lowly. Why? Because that brings him more glory. You know? That brings him more glory, man, using the underdog. You see? And so we take our lot proudly, man. You know? Brothers may not be in the best financial positions, you know, may not be in the best positions when it comes, you know, family status or whatever, man. Hey, that's good. That puts, as a matter of fact, that puts us in the best, all right, predicament as possible, man, by being in this lowly position. So the Lord himself can and will raise us up in due time, man. You see? So let's go back. 1 Samuel 16 and 7. But the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart, the la'ab, man, the mind. You see? And David had, what was the Lord's witness of King David? You read Acts the 2nd chapter. He says for David, he's a man after my own heart, man. You see, that's who the Lord is dealing with. The men of the Lord, those, all right, that hate the things that the Lord hates, and those that love the thing that the Lord loves, man. Let me get this camera out to the sun because it's starting to overheat. Give me 1 second. So hopefully this will be good enough. All right. So yeah. So let's skip down here to let's keep reading verse 8. It says, then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither have the Lord chosen this. Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither have the Lord chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. Okay, so yeah, he has 8 sons. So 7 of them plus David. So that's 8. All right. So again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord Yahweh have not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. All right, he keepeth the sheep, man. All right, that's spiritual, because that's the position that the Lord, all right, charged us to be in, man, to keep the sheep, feed the flock, all right, with the word of the Lord. All right, and that's the mind of the Lord. That's the heart that Yahweh Bashima Shah has, man, is to keep his sheep, right, the elect. It says, and Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and with all of a beautiful countenance. Now ruddy goes into his youth. David was young, he was tender. All right, doesn't mean that he was red. All right, when you go into to this word ruddy, all right, it means he was young. You see, he was tender. He was he was a young man. All right, it says now he was. As a matter of fact, let me get this one in the NLT. Let me get this one in the NLT real quick. So that was 11. 1 Samuel 16 and 11 in the NLT. It's like verse 12 in the NLT. Says, so Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome. See, he was. That's what David looked like. He was dark and handsome, man. All right. Today, they would, look at him as a so-called Negro, so-called African American from the tribe of Judah. All right. So it says, so Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome with beautiful eyes. And the Lord Yahweh said, this is the one. Anoint him. Verse 13 in the NLT. So as David stood there among his brothers, Samuel took the flask of olive oil he had poured and anointed David with the oil. And the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashima Shah came powerfully upon David from that day on. Then Samuel returned to Ramah. You see? All right, so that's going into what we just read here in the book of Psalms, the 89th chapter. How the Lord, he exalted one, and he anointed him with his holy oil. Psalms 89 and 20. I have found David my servant. With my holy oil have I anointed him. All right, and what's the purpose of that oil? To set him aside, to set him apart. All right, for the Lord's use specifically, man. You see? And in the spirit, we've been anointed. All right, when you go into that word anoint in the Hebrew, it's Mashiach. All right, Mashiachim. You see, the anointed ones, which goes into a smearing. All right, smearing with what? Smearing with oil. All right, in the spirit, we've been smeared with this oil, which is the Holy Spirit. All right, that unction from Yahweh Bashima Shah. All right, let me see if I can find this in the book of Sirach, the 44th chapter. Let me see something. Give me 1 second. Where is it at? It's all good. I can't find it. But I'll grab this here. This is Sirach 47 and 2. I'll start at verse 1. Sirach 47 and 1. And after him rose up Nathan to prophesy in the time of David. As is the fact, and in the time of David, you actually had 3 prophets, Samuel, right? Nathan, as we just read, that prophecy in 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter, and Gad the seer, but it says, and after him rose up Nathan to prophesy in the time of Samuel, Salaki, in the time of David. As is the fat taken away from the peace offering, so was David chosen out of the children of Israel. Yeah, because the Lord wants that fat. All right, when the priests were supposed to go and sacrifice, a lamb or oxen. All right, well, off rip, they supposed to take that fat off, man, and solely dedicate that unto Yahweh Bashima Shah for a pleasing aroma. So in the same way, in the same fashion, all right, the fat is severed from the sacrifice, from the peace offering. That's how the Lord severed King David out, right, and hand selected him, all right, to be, all right, his anointed to be over the children of Israel underneath his son Yahweh Shah. All right, that's what's about to come in the planet Earth, man. All right, King David will be resurrected. You know, and we believe through faith. All right. You know, our apostles, our bishops, our elders, right, and us brothers that's in this thing in sincerity. All right, we believe through faith that was King Masha. All right, and the Lord's going to resurrect him. You know, and it speaks about that in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. All right, Jeremiah the 23rd chapter. That's prophecy. You know, and that proves that proves reincarnation, man. So let's go here again. Psalms 89 and verse 21. With whom my hand shall be established, my arm shall also, Salakia, my arm also shall strengthen him. And who's that arm and hand of Yahweh? Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah is the one that established and strengthened King David. And King David knew of Yahweh Shah. He was intimate with Yahweh Shah. You see, Psalms 110, the Lord said unto my Lord, all right, sit thou here at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. You see? Who's David's Lord, man? Yahweh Shah. You see? And that's who established King David, man. King David, he had multiple encounters with that angel. You know, during the time of when he had numbered Israel, all right, and the Lord sent the angel of the Lord, all right, to slay, I believe it was like 70,000 Israelites. Well, that was the angel of the Lord. That was Yahweh Shah. You see, and King David saw the angel of the Lord. He saw Yahweh Shah, man. You see, in his angelic presence and power, man. All right, so this is Psalms 89 and verse 22. It says, the enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. Let me see what that says in the NLT real quick. You know, because King David, he subjugated, all right, you damn Edomites, man, and all you heathens. You see? And that's what's coming again, man. And this is why you Christians don't want to speak about the throne of David, because it don't take a rocket scientist to simply read about what his dynasty and his rule consisted of, man. It consisted, right, in beating the shit at you heathens, man, and setting up the Lord's people, man. All right. So let me see what this says in the NLT. Oh yeah, Psalms 89 and 22 in the NLT. His enemies will not defeat him, nor will the wicked, see, the wicked, who's the wicked? Malachi 1 and 4, the Edomites, nor will the wicked overpower him. That's right, because he set garrisons in Edom. You see? I mean, it was a big fish that just popped up out the water over there. I may have to go fishing later after work, Lord willing. But yeah, let's go here. 2 Samuel, the 8th chapter. The Lord subjugated you damn Edomites, all right, during the time of King David. Now y'all broke free from that subjugation, I believe, during the time of Amon, you know, one of the kings of Judah. Later on down through that line, all right, he was super wicked, man. You know, I believe he killed his own brothers, all right, for the thirst and want of power. All right, of course he got caught up into that idolatry. You know, so the Lord allowed Esau, Edom, to break that yoke off his neck. All right. But you Edomites will be put back into subjection forever, man. Well, at least for 1,000 years in the kingdom before you're exterminated. All right, to fulfill that promise in Genesis the 27th chapter, as it was prophesied that the elder shall serve the younger, man. All right. So this is 2 Samuel chapter 8. Let's see here. 2 Samuel chapter 8, I'll get straight to the point. Verse 14, it says, and this is concerning King David's military victories. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and they of Edom became David's servants. See? This is why you Christians don't want to speak about the throne of David, because that consists of you so-called white people going into slavery. All right, that's what y'all need, man. That's a beautiful thing, to lock all you so-called white people up in chains, man, and make you work. You see, because y'all just got too much damn time on your hands. We know what happens when y'all have too much time on your hands, man. Micah the 2nd chapter, you know, when you're up on your bed and rest, all right, y'all devise ways and plots and schemes, all right, to rob the poor and the afflicted, man, to take away a man from his inheritance. You see? So the only way to stop that, y'all gotta be put in chains, and that's what King David did. You see? Unlike King Saul, You see, if King Saul was supposed to, if he was obedient unto the command of the Lord, all right, there will be no Amalekites. There will be no such thing as no small hatters in 2024 if King Saul would have done what he was supposed to do, man. You know? But now here they are as a thorn into our sides, man. They're the main ones that's oppressing us. They're the head of the heathen, man. And see, the ones that we got to work for, all right, pay taxes to, you see, going to want for all things. All right, but in due time, man, the Lord's about to put you damn devils back under the yoke of oppression. All right, from the throne of David, man, from Yahushua and King David and 144,000 men, every man in his own order. See? So let's read this again. Let me see what this is in the NLT in 2 Samuel. And shalom to you, Akim and Akwaf, tuning in. And my beloved brother Thumb Yad, Saints of Jersey too. Shalom, Ak. Yahweh Shema Shabakatah. And to all you Akim and Akwaf. But let me find this real quick. Okay, yep. Let's get this in the NLT. 2 Samuel 8 and 14. He placed army garrisons throughout Edom. And all the Edomites, see, all the Edomites became David's subjects. In fact, the Lord Yahweh himself made David victorious wherever he went, you see. And once again, as we're reading this prophecy in Psalms the 89th chapter, as the prophet Ethan is stirring up our minds to remember the Lord's covenant that he made with David, all right, concerning, the throne of David, this is what's about to happen, man. All right, this is the Lord's intent, is to burn Babylon the Great. All right, Jeremiah 50 and 51, Revelation 18, Isaiah 47, Isaiah 13, to burn this place, man, and to put you so-called white people and all you heathens to work, man. All right, you Edomites and all you other 16 nations. You see, verse 15 in the NLT. So David reigned over all Israel and did what was just and right for all his people, man. That's right. So true justice and judgment was going forth. And that's what we can't wait for, man. That's what we're looking for. You see, it's true justice and judgment to reign in the earth, but it's only going to come through the throne of David. You see, it ain't going to come from a bunch of niggas trying to liberate themselves, all right, have their own banks. No, man, that's not what's going to restore this earth in its proper order. It's going to come directly from the throne of David, man. You see, Psalms 89 and verse, where we at? Verse 22 again. And the enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. And I will beat down his foes before his face. See? Ain't that what we just said? That's what the throne of David consists of, beating the shit at you heathens. And that was the Lord's will. And that's still his will, man. The Lord doesn't change. Malachi 3 and 6. It says, I'm the Lord, I change not. Therefore you sons of Jacob shall not be consumed. See? Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Man, nothing much. Just have a little, just talking. Yeah, reading the word. Yeah, hey, good to see you, bro.
Keep doing it.
All right, hey, you too, man. Keep it up.
All right.
All right, bro. As a cool brother I had met at the gym, a while ago. He come out here to the park and walk every now and then. But anyway, where are we at? Psalms 89 and 23. It says, and I will beat down his foes before his face and plague them that hate him. That's right, man. And what's going to be that plague for all those that come up against, all right, the house of David? All right, fire, man. Icy beam missiles. You see? And in the kingdom, if there be a family of Egypt that don't want to come up, right, and worship the Lord for the Feast of Tabernacles, well, guess what? You're going to receive no rain. You see? And you're going to have that plague, man. Your eyes are going to get melted in their sockets. Or your skin is going to slough off. You see? Your tongue is going to consume at your mouth, man. You see? Let me find this in the book of Zechariah. Yeah, Jake be in a different spirit when he be out here in the park, man. Jake be chill. Jake needs to come out of nature more, man. Get out of these damn cities, as much as possible, man. Come out here in nature. Jake be chill, man. Zechariah 12 and let's see, is it 12? Well, that's all right. Let's keep reading because I want to get some of these precepts the brothers putting up on the comment board. Psalms 89 and 24. But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him. See, he says my faithfulness, meaning what? That the word that the Lord and the promise that the Lord, gave unto King David, right? It's going to be binding. It's binding, man. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. He says, but my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him. And the Lord showed David a lot of mercy, man. You see, those three, sins, major sins that, King David committed, adultery, numbering Israel, murdering a man. All right. Well, the Lord, for the covenant's sake and for the promise sake, he didn't cast away King David, man. He gave him those sure mercies, and that's the same mercies that we need. You see, not only do we just want them, but we also need them, man. See, so what are these guys talking about? I'm gonna be justified by the law. I can keep all the laws perfectly. No, you can't, man. Stop lying, bro. We all need the sure mercies of David. The same type of mercy David got. All right, we need it. This is Isaiah 55. I believe one of the brothers actually put this up too. Let me see. I believe it was a brother, Tazadat. Give me 1 second. I don't see it. I thought I saw it. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and read it. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. You see, that means to listen. See? Listen to the Lord's prophets. That's how you incline your ear and come unto Yahweh Bashma Shah. It says, hear and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you. See, an everlasting covenant, meaning something that endures for all times. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. See, so the same mercies that King David received, that's the same mercies that the elect is going to receive, man. And through that mercy that the elect is going to be showed, right, it's going to spill over into the whole nation, man. You see, through the elect receiving that mercy, all right, well then the rest of the nation of Israel is going to come back into the kingdom, man, through their loins. Verse 4, behold, I have given him for a witness to the people. And who's that him that the Lord gave unto the people? David, man. I had given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation. Okay, so yeah, that's the point right there. So yeah, so the Lord set David up. He ordained David to be the leader over the nation of Israel, of course, underneath our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah. See, and it also proves that it's going to be rank in the kingdom of heaven. So going back, Psalms 89 and 24, but my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and in my name, see, in my name shall his horn be exalted. See, shall my power be exalted, man. All right, so you got to know the names, and it's like, ultimately the house of David, right, the elect, they know the name. You see, and that horn that's going to be exalted is Yahweh Shah. Luke, the 1st chapter, how he has set us up, a horn in the house of his servant David. That was what Zacharias, right, the father of John the Baptist, prophesied of, man. You see, that horn is going to be exalted in the house of David, in the name of Yahweh. You see, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Verse 25, it says, and I will set his hand also in the sea, and his right hand in the rivers. I'm gonna grab this one in NOT. Like I said, I'm gonna get some of these scriptures off the comment board, man. Brothers lighting it up, as always, the water. This 25 in the NOT, he says, I will extend his rule over the sea, his dominion over the rivers. See, and that in the ancient world, that didn't happen during the throne of King David being set up. We just rule out of the Levant region, from the Nile to Euphrates. All right, but once Yahweh Shah comes back and sets up the throne of David, it's going to, as we just read, he says, I will extend his rule over the sea, his dominion over the river. So it's going to be a complete world domination and takeover, man. You see, I'm gonna grab this here in the book of Psalms, the 72nd chapter, as this was a psalm, all right, for Solomon, written by David, all right, a psalm for Solomon, all right, Psalm 72, because it says the same thing. But when you read this chapter, All right, this chapter wasn't, even though it was a song for Solomon, it wasn't fulfilled by Solomon, but it will be fulfilled through, all right, Yahweh Shah, you see, which is Solomon in the spirit. But this is Psalms chapter 72 and verse, let's see, where's it at? Yep, verse 8. I'm sorry, verse 7. In his days shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace, so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea. See, from one end of the earth unto the other. It's not just going to be confined within the Levant region. You see? He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. That's right, man. That's what Yahweh Shah is going to do. He's going to come back and lay down all rule and authority pursuant to 1 Corinthians 15 and deliver the kingdom up to the Heavenly Father, man. And it's going to be a complete global takeover, as in the words of our beloved elder Kazak out there in Mississippi. He says it's going to be a Jakeover, man. That's right. That's what the throne of David is going to be this time. It's a Jakeover. It's going to be a complete worldwide takeover, man, in righteousness, where the righteous is going to flourish. Because here on this side, all right, the wicked flourish. The wicked walk on every side, man, when the valorous men are exalted. You see, but that's not going to be the case in the kingdom of heaven, man. What is that? Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, right? The multiplying of the wise is the welfare of the world. That's what's going to be the health of this planet. You know, is the righteous, being exalted and flourishing, man. You see, ruling this place and living in this place in harmony, all right, with their maker, Yahweh Bashmal Shah. The tree's going to break out and sing. All the creation is going to be back in peace. You see, you're not going to have whales beaching themselves. You're not going to have chemtrails, all right, fluoridic water, brown, like, look at this river. Like, I mean, it's beautiful from what we know in captivity, but, bro, if you want to be real, this is really trash, man. You got brown water. When Gad was here, all right, before Esau came over here to the Americas, man, all the waters, all the lakes, the streams, the ponds, all right, was crystal clear. You could drink out of it. You didn't have to worry about no damn brain eating amoebas. You drinking water and your brain, getting ate up by amoebas and shit. No, man, that didn't come until you so-called white people came over here, man, and stole this land and raped, robbed, and murdered for it, man. And now what do we have? We got brown water. As a matter of fact, they just found a body in this river last week. This is called the Trinity River, out here in Fort Worth, Texas, man. They just found a body in this river just last week, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Jake, But see, that ain't going to be the case in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's going to be pure, crystal clear water. You could drink out of it. It's going to be sweet. It's going to have a very pleasant taste, man. The air is going to smell sweet, So, yeah, man. So this is Psalms 89. Let's finish it out. Psalms 89 and verse 26. He shall cry unto me, thou art my father, my power, and the rock of my salvation. Also, I will make him my firstborn, higher than the kings of the earth. That's right, man. And that's concerning King David. Now, of course, all right, Yahweh Shah, he's the firstborn of every creature. All right, but out of Yahweh Shah, who's the firstborn? King David, man. You see? And that's who's going to sit. So, like, that's whose throne is going to be established. This is Ezekiel chapter 37. Ezekiel 37 and verse 24. Now, when you read this chapter, this is a very famous chapter. All right, it's going into the valley of the dry bones. Now, we're in that time to where those dry bones are receiving that breath, standing up on their feet as a great army. And what's going to be the next? What's going to be the next phase after we stand up on our feet like this great army as we are right now? Well, the Lord's going to come pluck us out of this land, separate us from the heathens, put us back into the land of Israel. All right, he's going to cleanse us, give us those new bodies. And verse 24 says what? And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Yeah, we're going to do that, man, in its perfection. That's when we're going to be able to keep the laws in its perfection, man. But we're going to have to be changed. We're going to have to be cleansed, all right, having those new bodies from on high. It says verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. See, forever. and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant. That's that new covenant, man. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them. Hold up, how is he gonna multiply us? All right, what's the only way, all right, people can be multiplied? Through the act of sex. So this is just one scripture out of many that proves that what? There's gonna be sex in the kingdom of heaven, man. The elect is gonna bring back the nation of Israel, man, because 2/3 are about to get cut off and die. They're about to get melted here in Babylon the Great. 2/3, that's a lot of people, man. You see? And this is where the bulk of the Israelites are at in these last days, is America. And 2/3 gonna get put to death here. You see? But they're gonna be brought back into the kingdom, man, through the loins of the elect, through the Lord, you know, having us to multiply, as we just read. He says, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. That's right, man. And the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, with his elect, 144,000, man. The first fruits and the rest of the elect, man, men, women, and children. You see, but it starts with those first fruits. It says, my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel. What does sanctify mean? To set apart, to set aside. You see, this is eschatology that we read about. This is prophecy, man. You see, so you heathens going to know that the Lord's only dealing with us. He's only chosen us. You see, so vocab, you know, all your worthless, you know, campaigns and tours that you're taking all across the world. You know, you harassing Israelites everywhere. Now you're going to France, you know, Europe. Listen, man. This is what's going to come to pass, and this is why Christians run away, all right, from particular chapters and verses like this, man, because it's a complete cut on their bullshit, man. And also, you coon ass niggas in these churches, man. We, you know, out here in Dallas this past Friday when we had camp, you know, we usually split off into like 3 camps. You know, we got, you know, the main camp on, you know, on one corner. Then of course we got the elders, right? They're like a block behind us. And then got another camp, like another block ahead of us. And each all three of us camps this past Friday, we had some simple ass Christians come up, man. You know, well, the camp I was at, you know, we had this Jake. He said he knew he was an Israelite since 2005. Nigga, you know, he had his shirt off and he looked like he just, you know, he bugged out anyway. But those other 2 camps where the elders were at, and the other groups of brothers were at, you know, you had this this one Christian Jake, man. He had came up. He had some gray sweatpants with a button down tucked in those sweatpants, man. Talking about you know, Jesus, man. You know, like, bro, we already know what Christianity is about, bro. You know, and it's full with it's just nothing but lies, and it's not biblical, man. Y'all don't speak about the throne of David, you know. That's what the elder Yashawama was going into, man. He was, you know, it was like, nah, we're gonna talk about the throne of David. But you see, if y'all watch that video, that Jake, he just ran from it, man. Because there's no way around it. You see? There's no way around the throne of David. All right, what it's about. All right, who's gonna rule? All right, who's gonna be in slavery? You see? That's what the Lord is building up, man. All right, Amos, the 9th chapter. In those days and in that time, all right, the Lord shall raise up the tabernacle of David, right, that is fallen, as it was in the days of old. You see? So yeah, man. Let me finish this out, verse 28. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. That's right, man. And you Gentiles going to be in the outer court, man. Revelation 11, the 11th chapter. You see? So let me get some of these scriptures that the Akim are putting up. And to water for these scriptures, brothers. Once again, Yahweh Shema Shabbat. Let's get some of this. All right, so the brother Saints of Jersey 2 put up Isaiah 43:5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed. Come on, man. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. See, and you can't not get away, all right, from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and what the scripture says, what the seed line will be doing and what's going to happen to them in the last days. So this is a complete cut once again on you Christians, all right, that try to say that we're all spiritual Israelites now, man. You know, preaching that damn heretical supersessionalism, you know, trying to replace Israel, all right, you know, with the Christian church, you know, or y'all say that, you know, anybody could just be a spiritual Israelite. No, man, you can't get around the actual seed. You see, Zerah in the Hebrew, which means progeny, offspring, semen, virile. You see? Come on, man. So what's the Lord going to do with that seed? Let's read it again. Isaiah 43:5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. And that's where the bulk of us are at, man. In the west. In the western hemisphere. Verse 6. I will say to the north. Yeah, and this is also known as the land of the north, man. Where both kingdoms, northern kingdom and southern kingdom, is going to be reunited together. In the same place where we were oppressed together. This is where the Lord's going to deliver us, man. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Woo! Yeah, man. The brother Tazadak Da Banya Hawada 144K put up Psalm 60:7. Gilead is mine, and Manasseh is mine. Ephraim also is the strength of mine head. Judah is my lawgiver. Yeah, Judah is my lawgiver. You hear that, Alazar? All right, High Chief Priest Alazar that's charging people $500 for counseling, for life tutoring. Oh boy, man. People getting advice from a Hoover Crip. How about that? For $500. It says Judah is my lawgiver, man. You see, that's Yahweh Shah. That's who gave the law unto Moses. You see, Judah is my lawgiver. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Verse 9. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? That's Isaiah the 63rd chapter, man. Who is this that coming from Basra with dyed garments, man, as if he been trampling the wine press alone? Yahweh Shah is about to come into this place, man, into America. This is known as the threshing floor. The daughter of Babylon is likened to the threshing floor, man. The Lord's about to thresh you goddamn people, man. And 2/3 about to get caught up in it. Yep, Saints of Jersey 2 put up Ezekiel 36:35. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. That's right, man. That's going into when the Lord's going to rebuild, all right, the land of Israel. See? Because it's going to be the actual land of Israel, right? As we know today, the Lord's going to allow, you know, Iran and Russia and these company of nations to nuke that place, man, to smithereens. You see? But it's going to be rebuilt unlike America. And it's going to become like the Garden of Eden. Because that's the Lord's chosen and precious land that he gave unto his son, starting with Adam. And we're going to get it back. We just had to go through this hellacious cycle of being kicked out the garden. All right. You know, separated. Now we working through the sweat of our brow, getting our bread, being kicked out the garden, separated from the presence of the Lord. But the Lord's about to make that place Idan again, Eden, man, paradise for his sons. He's going to make the whole earth Eden. See? But that garden, right, that's going to be set in it, man. That's the land. That's that chosen land, and it's going to be rebuilt. And you heathens going to be Isaiah the 61st chapter, man. You heathens going to be building it up under our command. Verse 36, he says, then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I the Lord built. See, that's the spirit, the water. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I the Lord built the ruined places and plant that what was desolate. I the Lord have spoken it and will do it. See? And he's speaking it right now through the mouths of his prophets, man. Our apostles, our bishops, our elders, us brothers, man. All right, and he's going to do it. The brother, let's see. It's get some more. We'll get a few more and we'll wrap it on up, man. Woo. Beautiful. Brother Tazadak down by Yahweh 144K put up 1 Timothy 2:15. Notwithstanding, she shall be, and this is concerning when we were speaking about in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, when it said that the Lord is going to multiply us once he puts us back in that land. 1 Timothy 2:15. Notwithstanding that she shall be saved in childbearing. Who's that she is speaking about? The elect women that's going to be delivered. She's going to be saved in childbearing by, by bearing the seed and nurturing the seed of the elect men to bring back, all right, the Israelites, man. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, man. Doing right by your man. All right, staying true. Verse, the brother Saints of Jersey 2 put up Psalms 128:3. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thy house. Thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Woo! I want to get that one in NLT. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. Each brother, man. Hey, our wives are going to be fruitful, in the kingdom of heaven, bro. We're going to have a lot of children. Hey, scripture says that, one shall become a nation. Shall become, one shall become, how does it say? Isaiah the 60th chapter. How little one shall become 1,000, Yeah, that's how it says. Let me get it, though. Isaiah 60 and 22. Start at verse 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. See? And that's speaking about the kingdom of heaven, man. That's when every Israelite is going to be in the kingdom in their right mind. You see? And they're all going to be taught of the Lord, like it says in Isaiah the 54th chapter. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord Yahweh, will hasten it in his time, man. So the Lord is he's speeding times up for this to come to pass, man. All right. That promise that he made with our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that our seed is going to be as numerous as the sands of the seashore and as the stars of the sky. You cannot number Israel, man. You see, on this side, nor in the world to come. It's going to be a complete Jacob, man. You see? And it's all going to bring glory, all right, unto Yahweh Bashmal Shah. But let me grab this, what the brother put up. Psalms 128:3 in the NLT. It says, your wife will be like a fruitful grapevine, flourishing within your home. Your children will be like vigorous young olive trees. And when you go into the nature of olive trees, they're fire resistant and they're very resilient, man. Your children will be like vigorous young olive trees as they sit around your table, man. You got to envision that. Envision, Lord willing, we be those elect men. All right, each man, you just sitting in your palace, in your crib. You got your women. You got your women around your table. You got your children. All thousands of your children, man, at that long golden table, y'all eating dinner, That's going to become a reality, man. You see, that's going to become a reality for us. Verse 4, that is the Lord's blessing for those who fear him. Woo. That's right, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much the point. Yeah. Saints of Jersey 2 put up, the elder was like, go. We not speaking to you anymore, but the Christian demon was hit. Yeah, man. Yeah, Elder Yahshua was just pressing him on that, on the throne of David, man. See? And we asking you Christians questions now, man. Our apostles, our elders, our bishops, man, been answering y'all's questions. So it's time for y'all to answer up. You see? Yep. Yeah, man. So that's the point. Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Hakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom, and the water for all the scriptures, brothers. Till next time, hey, stay up. Shalom.